Hey everyone, welcome to the podcast. Today, we're diving into a grammar gremlin that trips up even advanced English learners.
That's right. We're talking about the notorious was and were. Ever found yourself second-guessing which one to use? This episode is for you.
Absolutely. We'll break down the rules, share a foolproof memory trick, show you how to use them in real-life convos, and quiz your knowledge at the end. By the time we're done, you'll be a was and were wizard.
Let's get started. Both was and were are past tense forms of the verb to be. They describe things that happened in the past.
Exactly. You might say I was tired, or they were happy, but the key is knowing when to use each one.
Think of was as the past form for singular subjects and were as the past form for plural subjects.
So, was goes with I, he, she, and while were goes with you, we, and they. Simple, right?
Let's drill down a bit. Starting with I. This is a big one for mistakes.
Oh yeah, I hear people say, I were home yesterday all the time. It's so common.
And it grates my ears every time. The correct sentence is, I was at home yesterday.
Another example, not I were watching TV last night, but I was watching TV last night.
So remember folks, talking about yourself, always I was.
Moving on to he, I frequently hear, he were very busy. Nope.
The right way is he was very busy. Don't make this mistake.
Same with she, not she were my teacher, but she was my teacher.
And it can often get tripped up, too. It was broken, not it were broken.
Recap he, she, it. Always use was.
All right, let's tackle you. This one's tricky, cause it can be singular or plural.
Aha. So no matter whether you're speaking to one person or 100, you always say you were right, or you were all amazing at the meeting.
Exactly. In English, you is considered plural, even when you're talking to only one person.
Okay, makes sense. Now for we. I've heard we was tired after work way too many times.
That's a big no-no. The correct sentence is, we were tired after work.
Like, we were late to the party, not we was late to the party.
So whenever you're using we, always pair it with were.
Finally, they. This is a plural subject, so it's always were.
Simple as that. You would say they were at the movies, not they was at the movies.
Precisely, and they were very angry is correct. You're so quick.
Thank you. To summarize, you, we, they always take were.
Great. Now that we've covered the basics, let's give people some quick memory tricks.
I like this. A fun one is to think of the word was. It has an S sound, which stands for singular.
Nice one. And were has an R, which you can imagine stand for rest of the pronouns, you, we, and they.
Another trick, think of a sentence. I was alone, but they were together. Simple and effective.
Or repeat this short phrase. Was for one, or for more than one.
Let's try that out loud, folks. Everyone repeat. Was for one, were for more than one.
Perfect. You're on your way to was and were mastery.
So let's switch gears and look at how these verbs work in real-life conversations.
Let's imagine you're catching up with a friend. They ask, did you go to the party last night? You respond, no, I was really tired after work.
Or if someone asks, what did you do yesterday? You could say, I was watching Netflix all evening.
Now, imagine talking about a group of friends. Sarah and Mike were at the concert downtown.
And one more, my parents were very excited to meet you.
These are natural, everyday sentences. You're now able to speak like a native.
Next, we'll focus on some common mistakes you can avoid.
The classic is using were with I. I were at school today is just wrong.
And it should be I was at school today.
And using were with he or she is also wrong. She were my best friend is incorrect.
The proper way is to say, she was my best friend.
And of course, using was with is also a common mistake. They was at the restaurant.
It should be, they were at the restaurant.
One more time. If the subject is singular, use was. If it's plural, use were.
Ready to test your knowledge? It's quiz time. Do your best to fix the mistakes.
Question 1. You were very busy. Pause the podcast and try to correct it.
And the answer is, he was very busy.
Question 2. They was at school. Pause now.
Answer, they were at school.
Question 3. I were watching a movie. Pause now.
The right answer is I was watching a movie.
Question 4. She were my teacher. Pause.
The final answer is she was my teacher.
Final question. We was tired after the trip. Pause.
The correct answer is we were tired after the trip.
So how did you do? Great job. Now we can focus on expressions using was and were.
Right, a very common one is, if I were you. Even though I is singular, we use were here. It's the subjunctive mood in English.
Spot on. So you'll often hear, if I were you, I would apologize. Even though it sounds strange, this is right.
Also, if she were here, she would love this party. Here the correct one is were, even though the word before is she.
Great example. Keep in mind that were sometimes comes with singular subjects, but just in specific structures.
And it's good to practice contractions, because you'll see and hear them all the time in English.
Remember that contractions are just shortened forms of words. I was becomes I was, he was becomes he was, and they were becomes they were.
When people speak fast, especially in informal conversation, they often blend and slur words together.
So native speakers often drop syllables. You may hear, I was becomes a WZ, and they were becomes the WER.
That's where listening practice comes in. Try to mimic what you hear, and you'll sound more natural too.
Let's wrap up with a recap of everything we've covered in this episode.
To remember, was and were are both past tense forms of to be.
Use was with I, he, she in it, and use were with you, we, and they.
Remember the trick. Was for one, were for more than one.
And watch out for the subjunctive form. If I were you.
And make sure you're listening out for common contractions like IWZ and they WER when people are talking around you.
Well, this has been a lot of fun. We will be going live next week, so follow us to find out how to use have been, has been, and had been correctly.
And don't forget to download our free PDF worksheet to practice all this stuff.
Thank you for listening. Keep practicing, stay confident, and we'll see you next time.
Keep working hard, and we'll see you again soon.